Welcome to the first ever episode of Midnight with Mumchies. This is going to be a segment of late night uploads where I analyze various types of content I find on various corners of the internet. Some of these videos may feature heavier topics, but each of those videos will have a trigger warning before we begin, and you are more than encouraged to skip any videos that you do not wish to see. There's plenty of lighter videos on my channel to choose from. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Today we'll be analyzing the trend of people calling out nepotism in Hollywood. I got this inspiration from one of my favorite channels, Ready to Glare. I'll link her video in the description below, but I'd just like to give my 2.5 cents on the topic. I'll be including excerpts from a Cosmopolitan article that speaks about this issue, so I'll include screenshots of that as well. The magazine cover that sparked this entire debate was featured in an article written by Nate Jones, and the caption reads, "Ah, she has her mother's eyes, and agent." Celebrities were, obviously, unhappy with the negative connotations that come along with someone implying that their careers only reached the success that they did because of the powerful influence of their parents. I do want to preface this by saying, I do not believe that it's okay to lump every child of someone famous into one category of Nepo babies, because they can't help who they were born to, and we don't have an inside look into their lives to see how much effort they put into their careers. Several celebrities' children responded to the accusations of nepotism. Lottie Moss, sister of Kate Moss, wrote an inflammatory tweet, saying, "I'm so sick of people blaming nepotism for why they aren't rich and famous or successful. Obviously, it's not fair that people who come from famous families are getting a leg up because of that, but guess what? Life isn't fair if you put your mind to something you can accomplish." She also followed this tweet with, "And I am privileged for numerous other reasons, and as I say I am grateful for it all, but shitting on others because of it makes no sense. Obviously I'm privileged being related to a huge model also. I obviously am so grateful that I have had the opportunities I've had, don't get it twisted." This received a ton of backlash, so severely that it prompted Lottie Moss to delete her Twitter. I understand the frustration of being coined a Nepo baby for people who have worked extremely hard to get where they are, despite the influence of their parents. But this response just kind of read as, yeah, I'm rich and famous because I'm related to someone rich and famous, but that's just life, and if you just work harder you could have been rich and famous too. While it is obviously possible for someone born to a non-famous family to become famous, that's not the point. The point is how much harder it is to get into the limelight for people who aren't related to celebrities. So the fact that she is basically saying suck it up, I'm affiliated with rich people and you're not, try harder, just wasn't a very good look on her part. I obviously will always advocate against harassing anyone, especially to the point they feel they have to delete their social media, but her response was rooted very deeply in privilege and ignorance of exactly what she was responding to. The outcry isn't shaming celebrities for being related to celebrities, it's the outcry against opportunities going to people who may not be as qualified as others, simply because they have famous relatives. This does not apply to every celebrity relative, but it would be naive to say there's absolutely no nepotism or favoritism in the industry. O'Shea Jackson, son of Ice Cube, also tweeted in response to the Cosmo article, stating, "My dad told me in a perfect world, I would play him in Straight Outta Compton. I was already in college for screenwriting at USC. I accepted the challenge and auditioned for 2 years before getting the role. After that it was up to me, he couldn't hold my hand through my career. I had to get my A** up and make it work. From the roles I chose. The work ethic I put into them. My professionalism on sets and promo tours. Even leaving his agency and going to find a team of my own. Once the door was opened, it was up to me to walk through it and thrive." This is a prime example of the point that although the children of celebrities may be offered roles due to their affiliation to someone famous, that doesn't necessarily mean they haven't worked hard for it. But the question is it ethical for them to be offered the role based on their affiliation in the first place? More celebrities chimed in with their thoughts, most of them siding with the idea that as long as you do a good job, nepotism isn't a big deal. But that's pretty easy to say when you're the one benefiting from nepotism, but all of the people being passed over for roles and opportunities that they may have worked extremely hard for the position just because someone related to a celebrity auditioned for the same gig would be reasonably upset. It's a double-edged sword, because we can't say that someone is the product of nepotism simply because of the fact they are related to a celebrity, but at the same time, who is tasked with determining who, out of the celebrity children, actually deserved the opportunities they were given? Do you think nepotism in the industry is just a part of life, or something that needs to be addressed and possibly corrected? Comment your thoughts down below, as well as anything you'd like to see my opinion on next. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next episode of Midnight with Mumchies.